I'm almost done with Persona 4. Yes, we are very nearly done. 5 is 14. Send him back. So we'll have to figure it out. I'd rather not get into a situation where I'm like, super far behind on Final Fantasy 14. We'll figure it out. We'll figure something out. And it's possible I could do like one night. Like I could count one night of chess puzzles. Forgot the Lego. Figure out the Lego. I'm gonna shove that Lego somewhere you're not gonna find it. Behind the stove. Alright. Let's go, we gotta move. Also, I'm off tomorrow, so I'm gonna take some time to try to level up my my white mage. Well, a lot of people say they like me explaining stuff. Here's what we'll do. I'll take the east side of the inn, and you clear the west. That way you can have an undiluted experience with the resident terrors. These marks on your map are where the usual trouble spots are. You can swim to any beast with a white hide or carapace of sin eater, but you'll know for sure soon enough when they come slobbering after your ether. Remember, it's kill or be killed with these monsters. Once you say whatever's prowling around out there, we can rendezvous back in the north entrance. Good hunting. Boop. Ah, cheese! I didn't see the cheese. Missed it. That's quite far to the south. I don't think we want to go that far. I don't even know if we can go that far. It looks like there's like a gap. We're giving cowardice. Up here? What's the significance? I don't understand the significance. What's the problem? Why'd you say it like that? Nothing here. Survey are you? I didn't think you would. Little mole. Do you not like my choice of stopping spots? Right, now we survey. It's not a badger. Those things have white carapaces. Well, the mole did come sliding after my ethers. Maybe it was a Sea Eater. We don't know. Oh, the lookout's higher level than me. How'd you fare? I thought there might be one or two lurking on the fringes. Nothing out of the ordinary for this area. I expect you noticed it yourself, but individually these lesser Sea Eaters are no more deadly than any natural predator you might encounter in the desert. Like the moles. It's when they appear in numbers that they pose a threat. Much like the void scent, they have an unfortunate tendency to flock to the strongest of their kind. Thus, when a powerful Sea Eater goes on the hunt, it might be attended by a veritable swarm of weaker kin. Imagine an army of such creatures descending on a village or hamlet. The new square? I don't know. That's the basic idea behind my patrols. To call their ranks off enough that their numbers won't be overwhelming when the big ones come out to play. And you certainly help on that front. Let's support our victories to testing, shall we? Oh, a Morrow Keeper. What about them? Are they new? I don't think they were new. I thought that was just the same company. Assay tells me you helped out on her patrol. You have our thanks. My apologies for leading you from one battle to another ever since the moment we met. In any case, I'm glad to see the two of you found each other. You have no idea how badly Assay here missed your company. Everything's always, if Kaylee were here, she would... That's exaggeration. And I don't sound like that either. I was simply trying to review matters from another perspective, and I respect Kaylee's methods. Ah ha ha ha. Honestly, after seeing her in action, I can understand why. The way she leaps into the fray without hesitation, it really is something to behold. I might be a little split myself. Oh, Square's doing fine. Say he's making a profit. The problem is the document was... I don't know what you guys are saying. Gasp! Heh, I'm only teasing. I have no doubt she deserves all the admiration she gets, just as you do. I'd love to lay out a welcome meal, but the duties I put off when I went to the market are still waiting for me. Arg, there are 101 things that need doing. I'm sorry, would you mind waiting here with Alice? What, and twiddle our thumbs while you work yourself to death? Sure, there's something we can help you with. I could do with a hand, it's true. Thank you. You can start by helping sort out the larder, Alice. While we do that, could you tend to a few of the patients, perhaps? There are 3 in particular I meant to visit. It's just a matter of saying a few words to them and seeing through their skin is caked in sand. Their names are Pawnil, Todden, and Howrick. They're all right there. They might not give me much in the way of response, but I promise I'll be pleased to meet someone new. Hi! Hello? Back rub? Or kind of butt rub? From... Thank you. He's looking very pale. Tom glanced up to you blankly, but you noticed the tension in his face eased slightly. Interesting. He's also kind of cow color. Look at this, he's got like a cow color there. Howard remains utterly still as you wipe the sand from his cheek. The texture of his skin is hardened into something akin to plaster. I get the feeling we're gonna have to kill that kid. Machines of patience, how were they? Good, that's good. I knew they would enjoy meeting you. I'm concerned about Howard, though. I'll speak with other carers, but I think his time may be near. We shall leave you to have that discussion then. I was going to take Kaylee to Moorsook if you have any errands there that need doing. I suppose there is one thing. We just got back from there. Would you pick up a nectarine from the markets, please? Zard's caravan which just passed through, so Ron should have some fresh fruit. Come in, Kaylee. There's something I want you to see, right after you stop at Ronron's stall, of course. I could also run a little bit late tonight. Since I'm off tomorrow, I could go a little bit later. If you guys want. No stream tomorrow, no. I'll be off tomorrow. I'm doing some things that I want to get done. I don't know if I told you guys my plans. I have a friend who's going to help me move the old dryer off to the dump, and then I'm gonna treat them to some coffee as thank you, and maybe a small breakfast, something. And then I'm going to come back and work on some stuff around the house, and possibly level up my white mage on this game. Maybe level some other classes too if I have time. I'd like to get multiple classes to 70, 71. Specifically, I'd like to get... Hold on. Where do I see classes? White mage, definitely. Dancer. We have Reaper. So that's 26 levels. That's a bit of a task for one day, but... Ow! So much tiny cheese. Ow! Oh, back again, are you? You need another taste of Ronwan's wares? Okay, actually we're looking to buy a nectarine. Do you have any in stock? Oh yes, nectarines, peaches, grapes, fresh and juicy. I mean, I could stream that tomorrow if I have time. I mean... But I don't know if... I might just want to focus on just leveling. And given how rich you cracked your current push to me, I might still owe you some food. Here, take this one, free of charge. Guys, I've never seen a more merchant give away something for nothing before. How much coin did you spend here? Also, this is Galaxy Dress Fox. Yes, I take a jar of honey and worms as well. Ew! Oh no, they're not for me. It's an offering of sorts. The worms for you, please. One of the best wrigglers for you. Come again, my friend. Right, that's our shopping chores taken care of. Let's head up past the 8th right to the main tower. The view I want to show you can only be seen from its very top. Here are your precious worms. That buys us a trip to the top of the tower, does it not? Yeah, if Glazed Wrigglers, you actually brought them. We shouldn't let you, but just this once, alright? Only once. Never fails, shall we? There's also a crazy option that I could start working on, like, the raid stuff. How many do they have? A lot. About 20 or so, not counting the crafters.
Look, over there, where the wall is broken. Do you see what lies beyond? That's what the land became after the light flooded in. An empty white nothingness. Life cannot exist in such conditions. The primordial light would wreak havoc on the body's etheric balance. That nectarine you bought, it's Halric's favorite fruit. Most of the patients, Halric included, survived the attacks of powerful eaters. But their fate was sealed all the same. The monster's corruption has entered their bodies, and their very essence is being subsumed by light. The twisted state of the world itself just makes matters worse. Under normal circumstances, a person's ether naturally tends to equilibrium. But for these poor souls, the opposite is true.
So they're doomed.
Sooner or later, every single one of them will turn.
Then we'll have to put them down. I think if it happened to
Tasleen and
me...
the patients, they all know this. They know what has to be done before the change goes too far, before the eater within takes over.
I think I'd go out and try to take down as many Sin Eaters as I could.
The preferred method is mixing poison into their favorite food.
Oh.
In my time here, I've borne witness to a lot of last meals. I feel just as helpless as before. No matter how hard I fight, it's never enough.
So 33.
But it's a war I mean to wage, nonetheless. Speaking of wars, do you remember how I made you promise not to leave me and then promptly collapsed? Well, let's just say I had a few choice words for the Exarch concerning the timing of his summons.
The XIV told us that. Sorry, I'm adjusting my
But
posture.
even if the fault lay with someone else, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd abandon you on the battlefield.
Well, it happened to me too, so...
So I swore that I'd make up for my absence there by making a difference here. And that's what keeps me moving forward, even when things seem hopeless.
Why am I just holding it, staring at
On
it?
which note, it's time we headed back. The longer we keep Tasleen waiting, the harder this will be for her.
Oh, that's why she needed the nectarine, because she didn't know he was in such bad shape. So that's why she didn't pick it up while she was here before. I'm glad I was able to show you that. When it comes to understanding the catastrophe which befell the first, one glimpse of that empty wasteland beyond the wall is worth more than an hour of Urianje's lecturing. And I need you to know beyond a doubt that Tasleen has no other choice. Nectarine will be a kindness. It isn't just the threat posed to the others. When a person becomes an eater, the pain appears to be excruciating. The carers are truly fond of their wards and would spare them that suffering. It's their way of fighting back against a fate worse than death. I may also try to find somebody that knows a lot about the classes and see if I can get my bar set up properly for... Like, I'm happy with my warrior bar. And it may not be the best, but I'm used to it. The trouble with the new classes, you don't know what all the moves do. And... Wait, why don't I just teleport? We're in a hurry. Back. Hope you had a nice time. Did you manage to find a nectarine? Plum sweet smelling nectarine. Thank you. Alice explained why I wanted this, has she? I can see it in your eyes. Well, we may not need it just yet. I spoke with others, we just had to keep an eye on Howard for now. Thanks to you, though. If his time does come suddenly, we'll be ready to send him on his way with a taste of happier days. Well, nothing's going to happen for a little while yet, so let's see if we can't lighten the mood. We don't want our gloomy faces worrying the patients. Thanks time for that welcome meal, don't you? Take a seat and I'll make us a nice stew.
Speak up if you'd like another helping. I made a little bit more than usual today.
I like her voice.
And you've added something special to the broth, if I'm not mistaken.
Aye, well, it's not often we have visitors from the Crystarium, so I may have thrown in a few extra bits and bobs.
A few extra bits and bobs. I'll have another bowl then.
That's what I like to hear. Give me a moment to warm up the pot. In a place like this, you learn to take what moments of happiness you can get. I remember when I first came here with my mother. She was showing the early signs. I knew there was no way to save her, but I just couldn't face what needed to be done. That's the way of it for most people. Why they travel from arms to stay here. Beaten, broken souls come to wait out the inevitable, to receive the mercy of a painless death. When my mother finally left this world, I was mad with grief, but also thankful that her passing was a peaceful one. It's never easy, ending a life you've cared for, even when you believe they go on to a better place. I often find myself wishing the Warrior of Darkness would come and do that part for me.
This reminds me when I had to put my dog down. Honestly, I should say it was the hardest thing I've ever done. But knowing it had to be done made it easy to do. But it's also something I'll never forget, as long as I live. And I never want to forget.
The Warrior of Darkness?
I even told the vet. They said I could give you a few more minutes with her, and I asked if she was in pain. They said, yeah. I said, I can't take a few minutes with her, knowing that she's suffering because of it. I just wanted it to be done so she would feel better. Nothing. And her suffering from my peace of mind was not worth it.
You've never heard the tale? I'm not sure where it began, but every child in Norvrent could tell you a version of it. Warrior of Darkness, servant of death, take care of our souls at our dying breath. Let sinners and eaters of sin go with thee, that all may return to the sunless sea. Well, that's the version I was taught anyway. It's just an old bedtime story. He's certainly never deigned to visit us here.
Which is a good thing, surely. He sounds rather ominous.
Do you think so? I always liked the idea that he treated every soul the same, even the Sin Eaters.
Oh, this can't be good.
They're coming.
Desleen! Have you seen Halric? I swear, I only took my eyes off him for a moment.
Yeah, we're gonna have to be the one to kill him. It's gonna have to be us. Also, they said they're coming. That's gonna be a problem. Hey there, Ashley, we have to go look for Halric. I don't know what's gotten into him, but he's wandering out there alone. We'll assign search areas and split up. Any idea where he might be headed? No, he's never done anything like this before. But it can't be a coincidence that the other pages are suddenly so agitated. They can sense something. In any case, let's keep the search close to the end. Halric isn't very sure on his feet, so he won't have gone far. I'll search the east side. Please, Howard. Please be alright. I'll cover the north and west end. You take everything and you're to the south. South it is? Isn't that the way to the wall? Yeah, that's the way to the wall, I think. There's like a gap here. So no sign of how maybe further west. Blocked by a pine cone. Nothing here. Scan surroundings and search for Howard until you find yourself under attack. Forgiven folly. Stop attacking Quistia. Sandsucker. What an insulting name for that creature. Ah, crap. Oh, cutscene.
Any sign of him?
Nothing.
No luck then. But he surely can't have gone far. We should keep looking. The Sin Eaters are out in force, and if we don't find him soon, you can be sure they will.
Oh, that's gotta be a major one, right?
Did you see the size of that thing? It must be one of the nasty ones.
Let's go.
Wherever it's going, it can only mean trouble. After it!
Alright. We have a heading. Do we mount up? Nope, we don't mount up. We just walk.
There it is!
There's Howard.
Is that... Oh no! Halric!
Nice.
We have to run!
Oh no. Not her! Come on!
Jocelyn, no!
We all deserve happiness, wherever we can find it. The time left to you is precious. No one should die in pain. Mother, I...
So she died in pain to save a doomed kid. We should finish her. We should finish her off before she suffers. Too late. That sucks.
No.
If only we got on our mounts, we might have made it in time. Where are you going?
Forgive me, Alice.
I think anger is a better emotion right now. Rage. The AI really doesn't know what things to put out there. Well, we got Howard back, but I think it would have been better if we didn't. I'd rather have Tesleen back. I'm sorry, Kyria. I tried to tell the carriers what happened, but I can't be the shoulder to lead they lean on. Not like this. It's just so unfair. Everyone's always so cheery with the patients, telling them not to be scared. There wouldn't be any pain. All the people in the world suffer such a fate. Looks like they already know. The manager just shocked as the rest of us, so I appreciate what you're doing here. Me, I don't have the words. Without a body, we can't even give her a proper burial. She cared about that sort of thing, about giving people a chance to say their goodbyes. Pixels, yeah. It's rough. If only we had taken her out, we could have gotten there in time. Howard is unresponsive as ever. He stands motionless, staring up the sky where the seniors made their escape. Sneeze. I've spoken with the carers. Thank you. What you're doing, it means a lot to them. To me. Sorry to interrupt, but yeah, we realized we hadn't thanked you for rescuing Howard. You weren't hurt at all, were you? Hurt? There wasn't even a fight. I was too late. Too slow. I thought I could protect you. You can't blame yourself for things beyond your control. You brought Howard back safe and sound. No one could have done any more. I am angry and sad. I'm sorry, but I've come to a decision. I won't be continuing my role here. I hope you'll forgive me for leaving you, and that you'll delay Howard's last meal for as long as you possibly can. Not until it's too late, of course. Just give him what time you can. We always do. Of course, she would have done the same. I want vengeance! Farewell, Howard. Keep Tessing's words close to your heart. Wait, you're leaving this very moment? I understand how you must feel, but sure this is a bit hasty. Do you even have anywhere to go? I have a destination in mind, yes. And a purpose. This damned light, building without cease. It's the reason we can't save those corrupted by the eaters. What if we corrected the balance? Even if it were only little by little, even if it took years, it would surely make things better. Now hold on there. Everyone knows there's too much light, but how could you ever hope to get rid of it? You have to change the whole world. And that's what we'll do. That's right. We should return to the Crystarium. I may not be able to repel the eaters on my own, but I can still use the skills I've gained here to hurt them. Well, that sucks. I think no matter what we do, we can't get the, blue things anyway. No blue things there. We're gonna have to come back later, because I'm pretty sure this is a higher level area. Yeah, look, that's a level 76 area. 77. So I think what they do is they make two zones at the very beginning where there's, this low-level content for level 70s, and they split them in half. So each zone is a mix of like 70 content and level like 76 content. And so each set of content makes up a whole zone. What did that made a weird sound? What is it? Interesting sound. Kind of squeaky. Forgive me, Kaylee. I couldn't stay there a moment longer. I was serious about what I said. While the minimum at the end battle against the spy with kindness, I must fight in my own way. With steel. From Aor's sword in the darkness to Norvin's sword in the light? God's above, it feels like an age ago now. Sassy, is there anything I can get you? Your wish is tomorrow. I need to return to the Crystarium immediately. As you wish. I can remember where goggles would ever fly over my anger again. I've barely gotten sand out of my eyes. But the way to help clear my head at least. I think I'm ready to meet with XIV. We need to talk about how we're going to wipe out the seniors. Shall we? We got a lot of work to do here. This quest should level us and we can switch classes again. Oh, here we go. Thank you for seeking me out, Acalia. It meant a lot to have you there at my side. I was tempted to set off again the moment we decided upon a direction, but you still have to visit Alphnon, haven't you? And if I know my brother, he'll be on the cusp of discovering something vital to our success if he hasn't already. I'm content to stay here and consider our options for the time being. Don't keep me waiting too long, eh? I've leveled up, so we're gonna switch classes. What you should do? You visit Alpno and Calusia then? Excellent. As I mentioned, your destination is an island off the west coast, so you need a mount capable of making the journey. Here's a letter of introduction presented to May, Master of the Beast at Master of the Beast at Timonos Rookery, and he'll take care of you. We got this Art Star Fox. We see Alvino, be sure to pass on my warmest regards. Alright. I'm trying to remember how this class goes. I think we should use whatever lights up. Face unknown to me. What business have you at my rookery? Letter of introduction. Hi. Oh, signed by the XIV, no less. Yes, I can provide you tomorrow for passage to Clusia. I'll pick you out a friendly whelp. Are from use for travel then? That's right. Mounts like my great friend over there are common sight in these parts. I gather you hail from further afield. That's more custom chocobos, perchance. I hear there are a few places where they ride little elves. Well, seeing as you're planning on custom riding tomorrow, I think it's best to accompany you on this fight myself. It is soon worthy the name could do it, of course, but XR sent you to me. Ensuring you arrive safely is my responsibility. Gather your things and meet me at the tomorrow lunch. One of the junior tamers will tend to you while I ready the mounts. Let's see, we go up here. Yeah, I get the feeling we're supposed to go this way first. I'm flying tomorrow to Clusia? Well, I suppose Master Jimmy is going with you. Wait here, please. The Master will be along with the mouse shortly. Okay. I can now fly to the island.
The whistling breeze, mute. The pounding surf, frozen. Time itself takes a breath.
My hands
At
are very
light's
dry.
edge, all is perfectly still. The world captured in a painting, locked in a moment. Music, faint and fleeting, drifts coastward on the lifeless air. And in the distance, beyond the broken earth, a city beckons.
City? It kind of reminds me of, Limsa La Minsa. We arrived. This is Cracksail Shelby on the eastern coast of Calusia. You should be safe here for the present. Here at the mainland, city attacks are far less prevalent. Native beasts are not any more dangerous than anywhere elsewhere. It's the people you should be wary of. Gypsies? Spy that city in the distance? That is Julmore, the island's main settlement. Your rivals is Crystarium in scale, and was once an ally in our battle against the abominations. For years, the Julmerian elite have fancied themselves masters of what remains of our broken world. They have gone as far as to offer the other leaders of other settlements their protection, if we bend the knee. But to say their ideals are questionable would be putting it mildly. Crystarium is one of the many who resist their heavy-handed authority, and while we are not at war, our relationship with Ulmar is strained at best. It may be wise to consider your ties with XR to your stay here, especially in the vicinity of the city. I'm glad we understand each other. Now, the Exarch has instructed me to divulge a secret that should make finding your friend a good deal easier. Listen closely. Yeah, there's a chance I can level 2 classes at once here. You're heading south along the coast, it was eventually come to a fisherman's shack. Many of the Crusader lives there, a man who goes by the name of Ivor. Ivor keeps an eye on everything that happens in Clusia, and well, he'll be able to point you in the right direction. Just hand him a sprig of time, and that will let him know you can be trusted. Okay, this should be enough. Find your friend. I'll stay here with you tomorrow until you're ready to return. We should also look for wind here. Where is my thing? It's around here somewhere. Collectible? Oh, yeah, there it is. Thank you. South? That's kind of where we're going. Southwest. That's gonna be near where we're going, I think. Oh, they're clustered around. So if that's a Yulmore, what is that? What you after? Fish, crab? I think I got an eel in a barrel somewhere if you got a taste for them. Anything of those with this time? Oh, I do love a bit of time. Chucking some in the pan is like bloody festival flavor. Now, what is it I can do for you? Can't say there's been any major upsets to report these past few weeks. Alphino, eh? I know that one. A young champion of the downtrodden. Yulmore is richer than all of Norvrent put together, but it's a different story for them to live outside the city. Most spend every waking moment just trying to stay alive. Makes your friend's dedication to helping others stand out all the more. I can hazard guesses where he is now. Get a message to him, but I do need somewhere quiet to meet. Away from prying eyes. Make for Stilltide. That's the fishing village just up the path there. Looking for a rundown excuse for a tavern the locals call the Leaky Keel. Wait there and I'll see that Alphino joins you. No feet wasted, yeah. Northwest, pretty far too. It might be up top. Assume we can get up top. Yeah, we can definitely get up top. Oh, wow. That is a lot of work. Grab my Marfa, are you interested? Nope. I tuned that. We'll just chill right here. It's your first time in a tavern? It's customary to buy a drink if you mean to loiter. What will you be having? Mead. Fine choice. What were you paying with? Gil? Oh no, these are exotic. Where did you come by coins like that? Sorry, dear, I don't doubt they have value, but I don't have a touchstone to test their purity. I'm not about to go begging for one for the neighbors. So it'll have to come some other We'll just have to come to some other arrangement. I used an idea. There's common to the north where we grow our vegetables, but lately the past has been eating more of them than we have. What do you say to a bit of extermination work? Once you squash any vermin you find and visit the caretaker and give him an earful for me for sleeping on the job. He'll be in the old silo next to the fence, snoring like it's not. Just for me, you can laze about here as long as you like. Okay. A little bit of murder. Pay our bar tab. West, maybe it isn't up top. I used to be down here. I'm glad we have a second class to level, though. I feel like wasted experience at that point. But it will eventually start falling behind again. As it did before. I don't even want to bother with it. Should I move that? I should move this. Yep. That'd make a lot more sense, you'd think. This makes a lot more sense. I'm a lot more geared on this class than I was on the warrior. I'm also not a tank. No response. Maybe you need to knock louder. Hold on time. Not quite time to brush up. No response. Perhaps the occupant's hard of hearing. Break it down. Your face squeaking from the room beyond. Time to burst in and save the day, brave adventurer. It's not what it seems like, is it? No one's home, and judging by the lack of furniture, they haven't been for some time. The knowledge scraps of vegetables on the floor suggests rats have been taking up residence in their absence. Should I kill the rats? No? Maybe? I don't know. There's any stone over there, so maybe we'll go that way soon. Come back, dear. What did that gift from the caretaker have to say for himself? Gone? Oh, must have left to join the rest of the hopefuls. In Gate Town, outside Gilmore? You don't have a clue what I'm talking about, do you? There I was thinking you were another dreamer. Oh, never mind all that. Take a seat wherever you like, dear. You've more than earned it. I'll even throw in another drink on the house. Very nice. I got something. What'd I just get? Is that a party invite? Why do I have a party invite?
And how is business today, Mistress Theva?
Oh, it's that Thiva.
Oh, frenetic. Look, I have a new customer.
What a coincidence.
'Tis good to see you, my friend. The barley seeds you wanted. They should produce a better harvest than the last.
What, just like that? Oh, Alfino, you really are a dear. Well, I'd best be tidying up some of those empty shacks before the pests move in. Keep an eye on the place while I'm out, eh?
The glowy blue one looks interesting.
It seems an age since last we spoke. Not since the prisoner exchange in Doma. And Yotsu. It has been even longer for me, of course, if you count the days I've spent here. But the time has only added to the relief I feel seeing you safe and well.
How'd you have 330 cups of hot coffee, though? I just get whatever I get from stuff. Thought we lost you. Just a little bit. I'm trying to stay on task.
Huh. Alize said much the same thing. I don't think I've ever had such a scolding. But I believe an exchange of news is in order. Come, tell me of your arrival and all that came before. I see. Both the Exarch and Alize told me what they knew of events, but I had stubbornly clung on to the hope that all-out war might yet be avoidable. And poor Tataru. She must be sick with worry. We must endeavor to return as soon as we may. It would be nice to bring her good tidings for a change. But before we bid this world farewell, we must first ensure that it is not rejoined to the source. We must prevent the 8th Umbral calamity. Urianger's vision of the future has, I fear, every chance of coming true. By his description, the catalyst for the calamity was a formless and deadly weapon employed by the Garlean Empire.
The Black Rose.
Which can only mean one thing.
Yep.
Black Rose. Gaius was telling you the truth. When we were on the trail of the Asians, we saw evidence that the gas was being manufactured once more.
It's no good.
Gaius was adamant that the project had been scrapped. But so long as there are wars to be waged, there will always be those determined to win by any means. And thus simply destroying the existing stores of Black Rose would do little to alter fate's course. In that sense, our involuntary journey here to the First was something of a boon. Together with the Exarch, we've developed a theory as to how we believe the rejoining will be set in motion.
Okay.
I'm sure Urianger himself will cover the subject in more detail.
Probably with a lot of big words that are unnecessary.
But I can tell you the process requires that both worlds, the Source and the First, be facing an existential threat.
Okay, well, while we mull over that, I'm gonna go brush my tail real quick and get more water, because I'm running low, and if we're gonna go a little bit longer, I'm gonna need a little bit more water. So we'll go brush, and I'll be right back, okay? Brushy, brushy. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I sat back down and right on time. Perfect. We press on. Alright, existential threat. Got it.
One being sin eaters, of course.
Okay. That's here. So
They
if we
are
get
a
rid of sin
menace
eaters.
that I would dearly love to remove, and not just to avert a calamity.
Yeah, if we can get rid of sin eaters, we can avert the calamity and save both worlds. Maybe.
I may be a stranger to this world, but I will not stand idly by and let innocent people be slaughtered.
Well, who would?
That is what brought me to the gates of Yulmore. Ignoring its pretensions as a kind of capital city to what remains of the world, it is nonetheless a center of power and authority. If any solutions are to be found, I believe our search should begin there. What say you, old friend? Hungry for another adventure? And so we take to the road once more.
On the road again. Let's go. Okay, so what did I get during that cutscene? I got like some sort of invite. A free company invite, apparently. Maybe I need to form a free company just so I stop getting invites. Assuming we have no objections, let's make our way directly to the city outskirts. We set our if we time arrival just right, you might be looking to see why I've yet to set foot in Gilmore and spend my best efforts to do so. Come, from here, we must head west and then cross a small bridge. Should we wait till the barkeep to get back? Did he say did we promise to look out for a bar for her? Northwest. That's gotta be up there, right? Assuming there isn't up there. Maybe there's a way around. Like a way to climb up over here that we can't see yet. I thought that might be part of it. Maybe it is. Maybe it connects over there and I just can't see. Closely seems peaceful, does it not? Almost familiar? I had similar impression with Chrysarium. Even in this distant world, people are much the same. So I think that whenever Calamity struck the source, a reflection such as this one, with all its culture and history, was being erased from existence. No, get away from me! Over there! Quickly, somebody's in trouble. See, this is what you do! You dig it on a mount, you're faster! And then you run, although we're not that much faster on a mount, are we? Sin Eater! Plain face, look out! Tender love? No, I don't want your tender love. They have weird attack names. My poor heart. Thank you, young miss. Ah, there you are. In my haste, I lost my bearings. I see you had the situation well in hand. Fine work. Are you alright, madam? Just a few bruises from where I fell. Nothing compared to what was in store for me before this brave soul came to my rescue. I honestly thought I was done for. My feet are not as swift as they once were. I knew there was no one left to hear me scream. Not that that stopped me. Sigh. I should probably leave my old house behind and queue up outside to Umar with this film. Doubt those fancy lords and ladies would welcome an old crone like me. Still, even a shack near the gates has to be safer than staying here. One would hope. Either way, I suggest you avoid wandering alone, lest you make the teenager's task any easier. Thank you again. You saved my life. And I'm sure a strapping lass like you has little to fear. But I wouldn't linger long in this place. There's naught to be had here but cobwebs and memories. Just as the lady says, many of these parts have abandoned their homes to live in Muelmor's shadow. Should the city-eaters descend upon this region, there are precious few with the strength to fight them off. Speaking of which, what have you been told of these monsters? Ah, yes, Alcé would be well qualified to speak on the subject. Compared with Almarang, Lucia is almost a haven. As you saw, we cannot let our guard down. Had you arrived but a few moments later, the Senators would have claimed another victim. Still, we have won a small victory this time, at least. Now, shall we press on? We need to return to where the road forks and follow the path that leads west. Alright, we have... Let's just say northwest. Let's stay on task. We'll probably get it eventually. Location, that's down us. What is that? Is that an elevator? It looks like a cog up top. Something up there on the left side, and then, yeah, there's gears on the bottom too. It must be an elevator, right? Pretty big elevator. The cogs are that big.
That gate up ahead is known as the Open Arms, and Yulmore itself lies beyond. This, meanwhile, is the aptly named Gate Town, the dwelling place of the many desperate souls who hope to be chosen to live in the city proper.
Ah, I thought I recognized you. Brought a new friend, eh? I'll bet you got a trick or two up your sleeve. Maybe even 3. Care to show me?
Do I look like a magician? I'm a Reaper.
She's not here to compete. Leave her be.
Wait, compete?
What? I was only making conversation.
What? I don't understand.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please!
I'd rather not. I'm already annoyed.
Greetings to our hopeful petitioners, one and all. Yulmore extends its warmest regards. Let it be known that a lady of distinction wishes to dine on fish divine. We
Okay.
seek a master culinarian who can guarantee
Random facts.
seafood perfection. Dazzle the matron with your delicious dishes, and life in the city will be yours to enjoy. Even on days when fish is not on the menu! Who among you will answer the call? Name yourself or another. We may not at all.
What if I was the master culinarian?
Fish, is it? Was there anyone?
What about that girl?
Do you recall how I said Yulmore was a center of power and authority? Well, that is not the only reason for its fame.
Yeah, I know. I hate everything.
It is also known as the City of Final Pleasures. The noble and the wealthy who survived the flood gathered here to live out the rest of their days in decadent abandon.
Oh boy. It's ancient Greece.
A poor man could sooner pass through the Iron Needle than Yulmore's gates. The only way the common folk can enter this perverted paradise is if they fulfill the whim of one of the privileged. And so they are picked over like market produce.
Maybe, but I don't care. I don't care.
What a catch! We'll not be throwing this one back. Having seen your all too obvious charms, we welcome you with open arms. Come, join us in a city of splendor and live out your life in an ecstasy of endeavor.
That didn't rhyme.
Oh, just look at those expectant faces. What could you possibly be waiting for?
What's in the bag?
Well, what have we here? An extra share of Meol to celebrate our newest resident!
Meal? Is it bread?
For you!
Ah, lost!
Enjoy!
Thank goodness.
Meal is a foodstuff which Yulmore routinely doles out to the people of Gatetown, and apparently a staple for its citizens as well. Many here rely on it to survive in these times of scarcity, yet the whole arrangement just seems... well, let's just say it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Oh no. Do I know what's going on? Is Meal made of people? Are they bring people in, they eat them? Like this person they brought in, they needed more food. So they're gonna cut her up and make food out of her. She acts like she knew me. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. So they're feeding us people, right? Well, not me, because I don't eat any. But now you understand why my attempts in the city have thus far come to naught. Dubious privilege of residency must be won via a contest with ever-changing rules. Don't you nibble on my tail. That's Soylent Green Fox is in Meol. This has possibly been in place for the past 2 decades, ever since Yulmore's current ruler came into power. Okay, so maybe they're not eating people, I don't know. From what I've seen, it does more harm than good. It only has to distract people from our shared struggle against the seniors. It robs them of their self-sufficiency. I've tried to propose ways they can improve their lot, but my words invariably fall on deaf ears. The attitude is so entrenched now, I worry that, well, maybe you should take a turn around Gatetown and judge the situation for yourself. Alright, let's go out the back first. You there, what's going on? Still here, are you? Can't blame me for wanting a slice of Yulmore's pie. You asked me you should ditch that sour-faced brat and make a home for yourself here. Gatetown's not much to look at, at least it's safe. And the meal is the best thing I've ever tasted. But what is it? Is it made of worms like that movie? What was that movie, where they're in the train going around and they're feeding them like locusts or whatever? Large pot bubbles over the flames. Pale chunks of meal you guys float in otherwise plain broth. Until I know what's in it, I'm going to assume it's disgusting. I want no part of it. No. I will eat you. I will eat you first. It's a foxy, dark world out there. I mean, it could be. You're occupied petticoat. Just look at it. Can you imagine a more beautiful city? Every day I dream of a life that waits for me inside those walls. Oh wait, will they ever pick me? And the everlasting light. That was the worm excretions, right? See what Gaytown has to offer. People can no longer fend for themselves. They become dependent on Hennets and Meol and believe humorous answer to all their woes. And no matter how I frame my encouragement, they seem unwilling, nay, unable to conceive any other way of life. Disprove these people's way of life. Hi, check. It's going pretty well. I spent 2 hours on chess puzzles and now I'm falling behind on Final Fantasy 14, so trying to do better. It frustrates me, certainly. That's only part of it, though. The whole situation makes me uneasy. Not that it matters, however unjust the system seems to me. These people claim to be content with their lot. It's hardly my place to criticize their choices. Take that elder lady you rescued. Does it not seem that those who have chosen to forgo Gilmore's largesse are doomed to suffer for their independence? In the end, they are all but forced to seek refuge at Gaytown. And so, Hamilton fields across the island are left empty and untended, hastening the region's descent into ruin. Nay, I'm not convinced that Gilmore's generosity truly serves the best interests of Clusia's people. Yeah, I think he's getting the holiday spirit with his Christmas sweater. And I'm not convinced that Gilmore's generosity truly serves the best interests of Clusia's people. I'm not so naive as to think there's some miraculous solution to all this. And I cannot help but frown at the sight of hardworking villagers struggling to survive, even as those the chosen few rejoice at being plucked from poverty by the hand of a capricious noble. There has to be a better way. I will not know for sure, however, until I have taken those long-delayed steps to open Gilmore's gates. 'Tis fortunate that you arrived when you did, Caleb. I've been working on a scheme to insinuate myself into the city, and if all goes to plan, it should soon come to fruition. There's a beast tribe who makes its home in the seas surrounding the island. The Ondo, they're called. Though you and I know them as Sahagan. For the most part, they keep to themselves in their ocean grottos, and rarely have dealings with land dwellers. As Tataru took such great pains to impress upon me during our stay in Kugane, business favors the bold, and so I reached out to them. I duly discovered that the Ondo are inordinately fond of land-grown produce, fresh fruits in particular. I offered to procure such goods for them, they promised to pay me in pearls. An attractive business venture for any prospective investor, would you not agree? Surely even the most jaded Yomori lord would have time for a merchant who can make pearls from plums and pumpkins. Yes, I've come a long way since my days of buying samurai swords without first negotiating a price. My appointment with the Ondo is due to take place in a few hours. I just need to collect the produce and meet with them on the shore. Might you help me make the exchange? Yeah, I really look like a business fox. Excellent, I should be glad for the company. First things first, then, we must pay a visit to Moa, my spy and right. Come, it's just to the northwest of here. Uh-oh. We've been overheard. It's definitely up there. Right? Maybe it's not. It could be just at the base of it. Yeah, this is a good one. Oh, let's touch this. We should also grab that while we're here. We're gonna go ahead and feed Quesadilla. There we go, feed Quesadilla. Is there something I can do for you, my friend? Good day to you, Moshimoa. This is my associate, Kayla. We're here to collect the produce I purchased. Eh? I learned you like you with the goods not long ago. I like you. I know no such person. Mr. Lad, short blue hair. No, he said he'd come on your behalf. Since you know all the details, I just assumed. Confound it, someone must have been eavesdropping on our conversation. The charlatan was not here not long ago. He cannot have gone far. We just put him in search of the area. You found a vantage point on the south side of town. Now should take the west. Let's go grab this while we're here. Right. We'll mount up and then we'll check the compass. Do you think it's invisible? This question is up top or down here? Feels far. It must be up top, right? Yeah, it's way too far. It's definitely up top. Okay, go back. My mistake. Wasted time. Sorry. Good experience with these quests, though. Like, we're getting like a 10th of a level every quest. Or like, you know, like 8% of a level or something. Definitely not bad. I like some new enemies too, because I don't think these are enemies anywhere else. But those toucan birds are around. They just got a different name. Oh, come on. This round is for Meol Pistol with short blue hair. You may move the camera to mount. There's not that many. How about that guy? The one person in view. No, it's fine. Okay, do Corey. I'll probably spend less time on... Well, I also made it further than I normally do. I normally only get to like 40. I made it like 50-something. And I was taking a very long time with the puzzles trying to get them right. You're not the only person that likes me explaining things. Get inside of him. You have a keen eye. Let's move in before he makes good his escape. There's a lot of toucans. They're everywhere. I'm gonna guess he's getting swarmed by them. Maybe not. Okay.
There you are.
That's correct. Usually I get frustrated way earlier.
The thief who claims the harvest on my behalf. Hand it over.
Well, forgive me. I have to get into the city. I've no family and all my friends have already been chosen.
Yeah, no worries.
No one here gives a damn about me. When the meal gets handed out, I'm lucky if I get a smell of it.
I'll probably try skipping some of the early ones and just go right through. So, the city is full of rich people, and they pick people that interest them to come up to the city and live safely and securely. And so everybody wants to be chosen to go up there.
No matter what I do, they won't call out my name. I'm so tired, I'm so bloody hungry. I thought maybe I could steal your idea, get in that way.
What is your name?
Kai Shear.
Tell me then, Kai Shear. Must it be Yulmore or nothing? What of the Crystarium? They may not offer charity, but you would be fairly compensated for any work you did.
No, it has to be Yulmore.
Why?
That's where all my friends are.
Oh.
We made a promise that we'd live together in paradise.
I still think they're being eaten and turned into meal. They were handing out like, it looked like bread.
I was to make my deal with the Ondo at the Clave. Listen carefully, and I shall tell you my plans for the business, and how best to arouse the Yulmorans' interest.
So this rich city hands out bread. It's called meal. And that's what people eat. But I'm thinking it's made of people.
You'll give me your place.
Why would they keep bringing people in? One at a time, in small batches. Why would they keep bringing a couple people in at a time?
I'm giving you a chance, nothing more. What comes of it is entirely up to you.
Why else? What other reason?
I understand. Oh, thank you, thank you.
I don't know, it just looks like bread. It could be just meat. I don't know. Maybe it's meat inside of bread. Who knows?
This was but one path. There will be others. But for young Kai Shear, it was the difference between life and death. I do not regret my decision, yet I will admit that a part of me wonders if it was for the best.
I've never had a meat pie. Well, I guess I've had a pot pie. Is that about the same thing?
We strive to bring swift salvation to this world, that countless lives might be saved, not least your own. Even if it came at the cost of one man, should I have forged on regardless?
Probably. That's not who you are. I still say we should let that kid die and not give up the caretaker. The kid was doomed anyway.
Were Estinian here, he would most likely scoff at my soft-heartedness.
Same old Alfino, ever the slave to sentiment.
I miss Estinian. Yeah, Savor Pie's the best.
But I thank you for your kind words nonetheless. Let us see to it that both these stories have a happy ending. Shall we return to Wright then? Is that?
Awesome. I look forward to it.
I can't be sure, but I think someone's in trouble.
Someone's always in trouble. Let's go save them now. Maybe they're sunbathing.
Come on. They may need our help.
This is one of the old things about people that want to save everyone. If we divert from our task to save this person, and 100 people die because of it, isn't our obligation to not go and save this person? I wouldn't go so far as to say that we would be responsible for the deaths of the 99. I just think that it'd be irresponsible for us to save them. There's another one over here. Now fall. I didn't do very good on the now fall part. Yep. How convenient. Well, Alfred was tending to that person, so we're gonna go over here real quick. Yeah, I think like Battlefield medics have to do that, where they like, okay, if I spend all my efforts saving this one person, like 3 other people will die. Let's take care of the worst of his injuries. Oh, Spitter, mercy, mercy, I beg you. Read these, sir. No harm will come to you here. Poor man's shivering. Pay keep an eye on him while I get a fire going. How cold is it here? It looks warm. But the light always on? But the desert was freezing cold. This place is cold. I'm sure now it's dead. How am I ever to repay this kindness? We'll settle for the tale behind your current predicament. Why don't you begin by telling us your name? Chistel. I was invited into Yulmore to work as an artist. Both the couple took me in to paint pictures for them, but when my style proved contrary to their taste, they just as quickly turfed me out onto the street. I was left penniless and patronless, a grave sin and lord of all through the city. Within days, they had brought me before the man himself and asked me what I meant to do. Dejected as I was, I told him that I wished to leave. Little did I know how soon he would grant my wish. They flung me over the balustrade into the goddamned ocean. From up there? How are we not dashed to pieces? Don't ask me. Luck, I suppose. But if you hadn't found me when you did, I wouldn't have counted for much. Monstrous. And the citizens condone such barbaric punishment? They probably cheer it on. But without a second thought. When Lord Frothy passed judgment, no one so much as winks, let alone argues. Look for the logic of the best outcome. In Yulmore, his word is law. The more I hear about Yulmore, the more determined I am to see what waits within its walls. I shall bend all my thoughts towards securing the way into the city. There must be something we can do. First, we should convey Tristel to the shelter of the village. Fire or no fire, he needs to be out of this chilly coastal air. Way into the city? Anything else close? Probably not, though. Yeah. He's pointed that one is way up there. Oh, can we divert and get this, discovery point? Yep. Show Fox. There's a goth gamer Fox here. It says ignore the lightly wounded, they'll be fine for now, ignore mortally wounded, they'll be gone regardless. Yep. Accept my deepest gratitude, I owe you both my life. And if you'll permit me, I would assist you in your attempt to enter Yulmore, insofar as I'm able, at any rate. To be frank, the thought of sending my saviors in that awful place makes me sick to my stomach. Let's say it's plain you should set your minds on it. You should take this. It's my favorite paintbrush. The Yulmorian elite are never satisfied until they get exactly what they want. If I'm not mistaken, the couple I mentioned will be looking for someone to replace me. To make a show of owning such a well-used brush, maybe able to convince people you have the talent for painting. Ah! I'm back. Are you certain? This is your livelihood. I cannot deprive you of such a treasured possession. I give it gladly after all you've done for me. Besides, I don't think I have a heart to pain anymore. That's what I'll do instead. I honestly haven't decided. But I shan't stay long in this place, not with the city brooding over me. Maybe I'll move on to new lands and a new profession. I'll keep you in my prayers from now until my dying day. They say kindness is its own reward, but Tristol has repaid us with a gift as timely as it was unexpected. We will, however, need to act upon his advice before another painter steps in to fill a vacancy. Thankfully, I do have some modest skill with a brush, nothing approaching that of a true artist, of course. Good enough to play the role, I would hope. As for you, well, if you don't mind taking a subordinate role, may I be proposed as my assistant? It is settled. All we need to do now is return to Gate Town and await the next appearance of those vile jesters. Yeah, I don't like them. Alright, these are probably, the quest for the green things. Yep, there's one. You're the Lady Alphino was traveling with, aren't you? Sorry, I didn't quite catch your name. Kalia. Hi, Kalia. How lovely to meet you. My name is Euless, and I'm acting village mayor. I was hoping someone of your towns to pass through right before long. Thing is, I need to visit someone of Stonegazer, and I'm afraid to walk the path alone. Think you could provide an escort? My thanks. I just couldn't bring myself to ask one of the villagers. See, there was an incident a while back where a veteran band of hunters was badly mauled. Somebody mentioned that there's unsafe wander outside the village these days, enough to bring back memories of that grisly scene. Which is why it's been so difficult to even bring up the subject. But such does not change the fact that the roads are indeed dangerous. They meet me on the path to the north and be prepared to fend off the wildlife. Easy peasy. Attacked by one of these dodo birds. He's going feral. Escort, it's not too bad. You just gotta go wander off and touch a couple points. But I tell you, I was barely 10 steps out of the village. Come on, hurry along before more predators have a chance to gather. See, instead of actually escorting her, you just go point to point. There are some where you have to actually escort them, and they're annoying. I saw a reverse escort. We had to stop the thing from reaching the destination. That one was cool. I wish I could have actually pulled it off, but I failed. Because I was just not enough damage. Thank you for the escort, Michaela. This is a gentleman I wish to speak with, so we needn't go any further. Say Luke. Luke? Oh, Siluk. Are you wandering around by yourself out here? You know what kind of creatures lurk beyond the borders of the village. Oh, well, facing Clifton's little girl. Something I can do for you, lass? Yes, sir. I came for an answer to my proposal from the other day. Have you given any thought to taking over as village mayor? I'm doing the best I can in the interim, but I neither the age nor the wisdom to continue the role, and the rest of the villagers agree with me. I'm fairly sure I told you nay once already. Seeing as you found a guard just so you could come and talk to me, then maybe I will consider the idea in exchange for a few small tasks. You will please tell me what I need to do. Friend Clifton, your dear father was looking for a sickle to cut some rope. Would you mind skipping back to the village and borrowing one for me? Why would you? Off. I mean, a sickle was it for cutting rope? That shouldn't be too difficult. only meant to ask you alone for one trip. I'm trying to complete these tasks. Would you be willing to indulge me a while longer? I mean, I have a scythe right here. I can cut some rope. How much rope you need? Yeah, it seems very odd. Good day to you, young Ulysses. You look a little flustered, dear. Was there something I can help you with? And a good day to you, madam. I was actually hoping I could borrow a sickle. Is that all? Here, you can take this one. I have several spares, so there's no rush in returning it. Doing a spot of harvesting, are you? Why, thanks, but it's not for me exactly. I was asked to be one for my father. Father, Shadow saved me. What happened to her father? Maybe if you accompanied me to this task, you deserve to know the whole story. It's my father, Clifton, who's the former mayor of Fright. The incident I spoke of earlier was something that happened a year ago. One day, a stray sin eater came prowling around and slaughtered nearly half the village. It was a waking nightmare. Some of the villagers blamed my father. They said it was because he refused to accept the protection of Gilmore. The sheer scale of the tragedy and the accusations that followed wore away his conscience. So finally, he could bear the guilt no longer. He hanged himself. Cy Luke, the old man we spoke to, was his closest friend. But considering how he worded his request, it seems he was reluctant to accept the fact of my father's death. Forever? The game remembers forever? So I'll see this task to its end. Let's bring him a sickle, shall we? So you failed for one time, and it's game's like, oh yep, you failed. Forever. Well, that sucks. Will you let me know before that comes so I don't fail it? Silent, sir, brought you the sickle you asked for. Even so, I don't want to get it. I don't want him to die. Oh, good, good. Old Clifton will be glad to see this. Oh, sir. Thank you for staying with me, Akira. This might be harder than I expected. Wait, why does it keep going? Why is it still blue? Grateful to have you with me, Akira. Thank you again. Why is it still blue? Side look, sir. I believe you had more tasks for me? Still here, are you? Yes, yes, tasks. There's a talus of mine that's taking far too long to make its return. That's probably busy tussling with some dim-witted predator. Go and see how it fares and chase off anything slowing it down. But all the... I mean, that talos. Okay, follow my lead, Akira. Find the talos of West to southwest of here. No doubt there will be dim-witted predators plenty for you to deal with. What is a talos? Oh! Hooray! This thing looks dead. It's a robot of some sort. Squirrels. We're gonna kill some fat squirrels. This is Reaper. Gee, I'm glad you were here. They must have burned in beneath the plates. I knew Luke invited the house to start moving, but as you can see, the edgiest of edgelords. Once upon a time, there'd be a line of these contraptions hauling materials down to the shipyard, step by ponderous step, which incidentally is how the slow road supposedly earned its name. After the dayless stoneworks closed down some 15 summers ago, there was no one left to make or maintain their creations. One by one, the talos slowly fell into disrepair. Yep, we are well armed with a scythe. The particular work was damaged during that stray eater rampage, and it hasn't shifted an ill ever since. It was always Luke's favorite. Come, let's make a report. I'm trying to figure out why this one's still blue. And what the down means. That's gotta mean something, right? Sir, a chaos figure had passed through around your talos. He should be left alone for the time being. Excellent news, but I expect to be needing to polishing when he returns. Most troublesome ones are often most endearing, eh? Oh, sir. You've done me a fine service, thank you. Hey, thank you, Kayla. I can never have fought such creatures myself. Might impose upon you for the next task as well? Why is it still blue? Oh, this is the last one. Thank you for staying. I also cannot do this without you. Hello, sir. Were there any more tasks you had for us? Just one last thing. I want you to gather some pretty flowers from the split hole as a gift for my darling wife. She's out for her usual walk and has not yet deigned to come home. I fear I may have said something to sour her mood. I understand. We shall gather a lovely bouquet for her then. Okay, will you accompany me to the gate for some flower picking? I remember reading it in a book about people using scythes as weapons, and the problem was that they were just as dangerous for the wielder as they were for the person they were attacking. Because nobody ever knew where the blade was going, including the wielder. So everybody hated fighting scythe users. Because they're unpredictable. One Punch Mantis. That's a play on One Punch Man. It's one of my favorite animes. Let's save that for flails. Back to that. Are you gonna be a nuisance? It's almost pleasant, isn't it? Aside from the aggressive wildlife, of course. I should tell you about Luke's wife. She was killed in the Eater incident, although I imagine you already suspected as much. They made such a sweet couple. Every day they would walk up this cave hand in hand, and she would gaze out over the flowers with a warm, contented smile. Luke himself has some training as a warrior. He regarded her as if she were a princess, and he her gallant knight. So, I'm sorry, it's just sniff. Wounds of the heart are slow to mend. That they are, and simply having someone there to share the grief can be enough to carry us through the day. It's been but a year, and we're all still suffering. Some seek to bury the misery beneath cheery faces, and others are yet trapped in the memories of the past. Luke, I fear, is one of the latter. Yeah, that is awesome. If a bouquet of flowers is what it takes to help him work through his sadness, then I would pick every bloom from this cave. But give me a hand to find some of the prettier flowers, but think of it as a tribute to the deceased. Is it? at all the flowers. This is a nice area. Grab all the prettiest flowers. Let's see what we have. Yes, these are beautiful, thank you. Luke will be pleased. Let's take them back to Stonegates before they get crushed into some scuffle. Alright, we're running a little bit low on time, so I'm just gonna teleport. Even though it's not that far. I'm the opposite of Kai. Teleport to save 20 seconds. Interesting. For 3 frames. That's not very long. We made it. The flowers are none the worse for the wear. Yeah, since I don't work tomorrow, I'm going to go a little bit longer. Hey, Luke, I can't have return with the bouquet for your wife. I'll spend it, thank you. Now perhaps she will come. Sniff. She will come back to. Sob. Sir. Please forgive me. I've asked such cruel things of you. I must apologize to you as well, Kalia. My beloved wife, my dear neighbor, so many gone. After it happened, despair became my only company. I could not even save my closest friend when his torment was plain for all to see. I can never forgive myself. So I embraced this delusion, thinking that maybe if I tried hard enough, if I truly believed they were still alive, that even that day would fade away like the nightmare it was. No, I succeeded only in hurting those around me. I understand why you did what you did, sir. Truly, I do. You always were such a sweet child. I'll place the flowers you brought on her grave. She would have loved them. As to me assuming the role of mayor, I'm sorry, but I cannot give a decision just yet. Take as long as you need. In fact, I might need a little time to recover myself. Okay, if you give me a moment or two. I was at most going to stay up an extra hour. Probably not even that. Why is it still blue? Thank you for patience, Kayla. Sidelook still appears to be wrestling with his thoughts. Perhaps we can help him come to a decision. So I don't mean to press you, but might you have arrived at an answer to my proposal? Not exactly, no. There's another matter I've yet to reconcile. Would you mind sharing this matter with us? Random Fox. Well, it goes back to the day that Eater attacked the village. I was taking my turn as lookout here at Stonegazer. It's a duty we take very seriously. They say when the tower was originally built, in the time before the flood, they were worried about dwarves and mountain bandits, but these days... The loyal maid Fox. Very well, sir. Yes, there's far worse prowling around, and I failed to spot it. Is it new? Is this new, sir? Thank you, sir. Thank you for the pet, sir. Good night, Emerald. It's a near which came that day did not appear as the other monstrosity I've seen. From a distance, it simply looked like a person. I wanted to be sure before I rang the warning bell, but I waited too long. Many of you could have fled, died because of my hesitation. How can a man of such faulty judgment ever serve you as mayor? What comfort can I offer those whose loved ones were needlessly slain? None. Not whilst the abomination itself yet roams free to kill again. You take vengeance on our behalf? That's good, for we were powerless before its might. Should you show its cursed face again, then I pray you're as strong as you appear. Oh. Wonderful, sir. This is one of the outfits I was looking at possibly picking up for FanFest. I know nothing of the roads you have walked or the battles you have fought. so I can but echo what Sai Lucas said. Our prayers be for your victory. Well, sir, you've heard Ikea's words. Talk of vengeance aside, I don't believe the villagers, either living or dead, hold you responsible for the actions of that monster. And yet, I cannot fault you for wanting to remain distant. Pray forgive me for pestering you so. Nay, it is I who should beg forgiveness. Though you've lost as much as anyone, I left you to shoulder the burden of leadership alone. All will be well with you back among us again. Come, let us return to the village. As I said, it's safe to linger out here for long. Here, one last escort back to ride, if you would. All about for power. Wait, what? Oh. My thanks to your protection, Kayla, not to mention your unfailing patience. It's my hope that now Sai has an unbound mind to us, so our week that time is a bit lighter. I, for one, feel ready to face another day. After all, I have my friends and neighbors here to help me face it. There's one last thing I want to show you both you and Sai Luke. It has to do with Bryce's traditional industry, if you're taking a look. Look, I was worried you had enough of me. The last errand for you then would be to have a word with Sai Luke and bring him the broadway fields to the front of the village. I shall be becoming ruins, property future destroyed, etc. Wait 10 minutes of crops till you arrive. Kay, I'm grateful for your understanding and the flowers you brought. My wife would have very much appreciated the selection. Now, is there something you wish to discuss with me? News wants me there as well, does she? We'd best head over to the fields then. I'll finish this quest and then we'll call it a night, okay? We still have this one to do, I believe. But that was probably a lot shorter. That's what I want to show you. This barley crop right here. This was your father's pot, wasn't it? You've been tending to it in his absence? Every single day, I want to see his plans come true. His plans? Yes, he dreamed of restoring things to how the history books said they once were, before the flood ruined everything. Our village has long been known as a place of artisans. Even the name here, right? It's not all the craftsmen that once made their home here. In the years gone by, they said a line of towers was stretched down the road. Arms bearing lumber and superb to echo with the calls of shipwrights, hard at work. When the day was done, they would gather here to share an ale in the village. My father, he'd hoped to brew that traditional rite ale with the barley from this crop. One day tap a barrel with his family and dear friends, and raise a toast. So, to the future. Yeah, but that just means you have to play it all the time, sir. Say, Luke, Acalia, will you raise a mug with me when the day comes? Of course I will. But my dear girl, the land here does not nourish the crops as it once did. I figure it'll be some time ere you have a barley fit for the ale you have in mind. That is correct, sir. Fear of missing out is a very powerful thing indeed. Meantime, will you help me with the rest of Liverpool's plans? The rest? He wanted things the way they once were, did he not? We must first recover from the tragedy which visited upon us. There is no simple solution, but I mean to do what I can to lead our community out of this mire of pain and grief. Assuming you are still willing to have me as mayor. Yes, of course, sir. Thank you. I'm set to live out the rest of my life in denial. You and Ulysses have opened the eyes for this old fool to what needs to be done. And for that, you have my thanks. And I best get to work. I have folk to talk to and plans to make. When you're finished here, Ulysses, I should appreciate your assistance. A happy ending, although I was hoping for vengeance on their behalf, sir. May not be over yet, though. We shall see. Okay, I think it's where we finally part ways. Thank you again for all you've done for us. You were right, we'll go on, even under the weight of our sorrow. It might not happen this day or the next, but together we'll find ways to make things better. To recapture the prosperity this village once had. I look forward to when you next visit. With any luck, I'll be waiting to put a frothy mug of ripe brewed ale in your hand. I mean, I'll grab some food for, I'll be leveling tomorrow. I may as well grab some food for it. Well, I have a good bounty right here. Alright, well that's, I guess that's the quest line. We just have this one left. Let's go and peek Quake's before we go to bed. And we'll pick up here, Friday. Hopefully. So, thank you all for watching on this lovely Wednesday. No stream tomorrow, as usual, sirs and misses. We'll be back on Friday with more Final Fantasy. And hopefully you guys will enjoy. Of course, sir. Would you like a big fox? Big foxes, you are very welcome, sir. Rest well. May your dreams be happy and filled with... Oh, thank you for the hugs. Oh, the, Huh. Those things don't usually happen at the same time. That is silly. Good night, everyone. To all sirs and misses. Farewell. Maid Fox, out. Night-night.